by Catherine Mills. Marcus Webb had been a janitor at Riverside Community College for 17 years. He'd seen students come and go, cleaned up after countless parties, and found strange things in strange places. But he'd never found a dragon. It was a Tuesday night in late September, well past midnight. Marcus was making his final rounds, pushing his cleaning cart through the empty quad, when he heard it, a high-pitched squealing coming from the decorative fountain near the library. At first, he thought it was a cat. But cats didn't thrash like that, didn't make sounds that seemed almost like words. Marcus hurried over, his flashlight cutting through the darkness. Something small and scaled was drowning in the fountain, its wings, waterlogged and useless. It couldn't have been bigger than a kitten, with midnight blue scales that sparkled even in the dim light. Its golden eyes found Marcus's, and he saw intelligence there, and terror. Marcus didn't hesitate. He plunged his arms into the cold water and scooped the creature out. It coughed and sputtered, smoke puffing from its nostrils. Definitely not a cat. Easy, easy, Marcus murmured, the same tone he'd used with his kids when they were little. He wrapped the shivering thing in his work towel, feeling the rapid flutter of its heartbeat against his palms. A dragon hatchling. Had to be. Marcus had seen enough fantasy movies with his grandkids to recognize one. The creature looked up at him with those impossibly old eyes, and Marcus could have sworn it nodded, once deliberately, before its eyes closed in exhaustion. He should have called someone. Animal control. The news. Someone official. Instead, Marcus took the hatchling to the maintenance closet, made a nest out of clean towels, and left a bowl of water and some leftover chicken from his dinner. When he returned an hour later, the food was gone and the hatchling was asleep, its chest rising and falling peacefully. By morning, it had vanished. Marcus found the window open, the towels arranged almost respectfully, and a single iridescent scale left behind on the concrete floor. He kept the scale in his pocket, saying nothing to anyone. Who would believe him anyway? 2 months passed. Marcus almost convinced himself it had been a dream, some weird exhaustion-induced hallucination from too many double shifts. Then came the night that changed everything. Marcus was locking up the science building when 3 men in suits appeared from nowhere. Not walked up, appeared like something out of a movie, just suddenly there in the darkness. Marcus Webb, the tallest one, asked. His eyes were the same golden color as the hatchling's had been. Marcus's hand went instinctively to his pocket, to the scale he still carried. Who's asking? You saved a life 2 months ago, the man continued, ignoring the question. A very important life. The daughter of our queen. The other 2 men stepped forward, and Marcus saw they weren't quite human. Something in the way they moved, too fluid, too graceful. Their eyes caught the light strangely. I just pulled something out of fountain, Marcus said carefully. Didn't seem right to let it drown. The tall man smiled, and his teeth were just slightly too sharp. Most humans would have called authorities. Sold their story. Try to keep her. You did none of these things. You showed kindness and expected nothing in return. Didn't do it for a reward. We know. That's why we're here. The man pulled out an envelope, thick with papers. Your daughter's medical bills. The ones you work 3 jobs to pay. They're covered. All of them. Your grandson's college fund, fully endowed. The roof you need to replace on your house. Contractors will arrive Monday. Marcus felt his knees go weak. I can't accept. You can. You will. The man's expression softened. Dragons remember their debts, Marcus Webb. You gave our princess her life back. This is merely interest on what we owe you. One of the other men stepped forward, holding a small wooden box. Inside, resting on velvet, was a crystal pendant shaped like a dragon in flight. If you ever need us, the tall man said, break this. We'll come. That's a promise that will outlive your grandchildren's grandchildren. They vanished as suddenly as they'd appeared, leaving Marcus alone in the parking lot with an envelope that would change his life and a pendant that caught the moonlight like a piece of captured sky. In his pocket, the scale grew warm, as if the hatchling, no, the princess, was saying thank you one more time. Marcus looked up at the stars and smiled. You're welcome, little one, he whispered. You're very welcome.